Hey, what's up? It's JusNik, WBLS, and I am excited to have this Grammy-nominated multi-platinum soul singer here today. Love Calls Your Name, one of my favorite songs. Kim, looking so dapper. How are you?
I'm great. How you doing?
It is such a pleasure to have you here today.
Well, thank you for having me.
Let me just... Listen, the outfit is doing what it needs to do. The head has got a shiny shimmer on it. Is this how you present yourself at all times?
Well, it's hot, but I look good. I'm hot, but it's all good.
Congratulations on all your success.
Thank you.
And we're going to get into the single that's getting ready to come out. You're going to be here in the tri-state real soon, so you're going to have to wait to the end to find out where he's going to be at. But you also have a birthday coming up this month, right?
Yeah, July 23rd.
23rd. Yeah. What you going to do for it? Do you celebrate?
I'll be at home in Detroit.
Okay.
We've got some shows coming up in Detroit and releasing new music that week. So we're going to have a good time. I celebrate.
You do celebrate?
Yeah.
Is it always like an intimate thing, or is it like a... You know how
it's usually a quiet thing.
Okay. All right. What's that? What's your sign? I ask all my guests just
Well, let's see. The 23rd, I fall on the cusp of Cancer and Leo.
And Leo.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Okay.
So I'll give you I cuss you out and then cry on your shoulder.
I love it. I love it. So you talk about return. Rather than reinvention.
Oh, yeah.
And sometimes this industry, do you feel like they praise return more than reinvention, or the other way around?
Well, there's always conversation about reinventing, but one of the blessings of doing this for over 23 years is that I've always been able to just be myself.
Yes.
And we speak of return, we speak of returning to my roots. We just left the Motown label after 23 years. And I started out as an independent, really. So it's a return to being an independent, a return to love, actually. A return to crafting songs, being able to be hands-on with my fans, delivering music when and where they want it, a return to the equity in my own creativity. The autonomy of being able to create the way that I want to create and when I want to create. So it's definitely a return to love.
I love that in all of its essence. And I do feel like we do need to return back to love.
Yeah.
They tried to say that R&B is dead. Obviously it's not. It hasn't went anywhere thanks to artists like you.
Yeah.
But I do think the art of love definitely needs a return.
Yeah.
And so that's what we love about you and your music, is that you remind us of the feels of music, and that love still exists.
Absolutely,
so.
Yeah. And we're making music in the tradition of those who came before us, who we still love. The Patties and the Shaka Khan and Luther and Teddy and Uncle Charlie and all of that. So. Definitely R&B is not. I don't even know where that came from. R&B is dead. Look, that's not true. There's me, there's Jill, there's Anthony, there's Lettucey, there's October London, right? There's SZA, there's Summer Walker. There's all of this great music out there. So we are, R&B is alive and well.
Absolutely. And you can always find out when you go to your shows and you see how packed it is.
Right.
But maybe on like the grand scale, do you feel like artists like you and Jill and Erica don't really get the respect in the spotlight you deserve?
No, I think that especially today in the industry, I cater to my fans. Right, I won't use the word that I would use, but I only mess with the people who messing with me.
Yeah, we catch the drift.
Right, so I have a legion of devoted fans, and so I'm here to serve them, and anyone else who wants to come along for the ride is welcome. You know, but there's more than enough for all of us.
For sure.
Yeah.
And that is what makes you so authentic, right? Yeah. Because we know what we're gonna get with Kim, and you do like level it up each time you put out a project or a song, and I do feel like that sometimes that's where you know, certain legends like yourself may fall off because they want to reinvent themselves and they have this new sound that is so unfamiliar, and it's like, no, but people love you for what you already do.
Exactly.
So I love the fact that you are preserving that. Like, please continue to do that.
Thank you. Thank you.
And you talked about Kemistry Records. Congratulations on that. Like, that's a big move, but a lot of people are getting smarter about the business.
Yes.
So what would you say is your best and your worst takeaway from just being independent?
Being independent is, you know, when I first started out, I was independent. I was literally selling CDs.
Remember that, y'all? Out the trunk,
of my car,
come on.
you know, and those were exciting times. You know, my entrepreneurial spirit, you know, has not died. In fact, when you're signed to a label, I tell people, even when you're signed to a label, you know, you're still an independent, because whatever the label's not doing, you know, you're ultimately the one who's responsible, you know, for your career. It's a little more work. There was a lot of work in the beginning. It's going to be work now, but today, you know, I have the resources to surround myself with industry professionals who can help us get it done. So I'm really, really looking forward to it.
For sure. And then, you know, with the rise of digital, we're in the age of technology. I'm sure there's a huge difference from having to put out physical CDs and cassettes and things like that to now literally everything is on the internet.
Yeah.
Do you utilize that a lot?
Yeah, streaming is king right now. However, you know, for those of you not being an independent, for those of you who have a CD player still, I got you. Right? If you want a vinyl, I got you. Right? I can do it. I can deliver it, you know, the way that the fans want to receive it. So yeah, we're covering all fronts.
I'm looking forward to this vinyl though.
Yeah.
Like, I collect vinyls.
Oh, right,
still,
right.
So
you play them too?
Absolutely.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah,
there
every weekend.
All
That's like my downtime. But like, yeah, we shouldn't forget about those, you know, and everything's moving so fast.
Yes.
So I love what you're able to preserve through your music and through your art. You're a father, you know, you're balancing that and still being on the road. How has that transition been for you?
It's been an amazing ride. For being a father is probably the most rewarding and the most challenging thing, and to be on the road, you know.
Sure.
But the kids like to eat, so daddy got to go out on daddy got to come out here and make this paper. Look, you know, there is a trick to it, but I have a wonderful partner in my wife, Erica. You know, and she holds it down, and she holds me down, and you know, the best is yet to come.
I love that for you.
Yeah.
So what's some advice you would give to those who want to, and preserve is the key word today, their relationship and their marriage? In their marriage is what I've learned is today, and this is today, right? It's a fluid situation, but it's communication. Communication is king, you know, talking about what's going on and not being afraid to confront the truth. Yeah. Right? You got to be able to put your ugly on the table. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Put it out there. It hurts sometimes, you know? Got to put it out there. And comprehension as well, because you can't just listen. You got to understand what they're saying. Have to understand. Sometimes have to listen. Yeah. And you have to make you know, for me, it was making a decision to stay from the top. Not looking for an exit strategy, or when you go home. You go home. Good, bad, or indifferent. You go home. You know, I'm here, so we have to work this out because neither one of us are going anywhere. So, yeah. And there's nothing in these streets. Could we just? There ain't absolutely nothing in these streets. Go home, right? Go home. Go home. Right. I love that. Right. I love that. So I want to bring it back to your music, because I mentioned Love Calls, which is one of my favorite songs right there. Thank you. What's one thing about love that you used to write about that you no longer believe in? Ooh. That's a great question. Yeah, I want you to dig deep on this one. That's a great question. Out of you. Huh. What comes first to mind is in my early, you know, my songwriting and musical journey. The songwriting journey was birthed out of the young, skinny, dark-skinned kid who felt that he would never find love,
And so those early songs were about the yearning, about the longing, about the you know, I can't breathe without you, and I'm not gonna be able to live without you, and if you don't come back, and I don't know, like I'm not gonna be okay
Yeah.
if I don't have love in my life. That's not true. I can be okay. I can be okay without you.
That's good.
We both can be okay. We can be okay without each other, but we're making a choice to come together and to be you make me, to quote my brother, was it Neo? You make me better.
Right.
Right? I was good by myself.
Right.
I wasn't broken when I was by myself. I took care of I'm fully domesticated. my wife has to not do things. So I'm like, dude, I can do that. I don't need you to do my lawn. I don't need you, right?
Yeah.
But together, you know, there is something that is edifying. There is a stability there that you don't have as a single. Now, you can be stable single, but there was a stability that was missing when I was single, right? That I have now with my wife.
Yeah. And sometimes
there's
you
a
have
grounding.
To be, yeah.
Right.
And it's okay to be selfish sometimes and work on that self-love.
Yeah.
So
you have to be. I couldn't get married and stop taking care of myself. Right? That doesn't mean that you don't. I have to take care of me. You know what I'm saying? I need to do things that feel good for me, and she needs to do things that feel good for her. We're not losing our individuality. You know what I'm saying? You know, we're bringing them both together.
Yeah.
Right? She's like, you don't want me to stay home. I need to be doing what I love, and you need to be doing what you love. We need to find out how to make that work and make a home, but we need to be doing that. You know what I'm saying? Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah, sounds good. It looks good on paper. It sounds good.
But that's real.
Yeah.
A lot of people lose themselves in relationships and marriages, and you have to remember to get back to that. So thank you for that reminder.
Okay, come on. Okay.
So you often feel like your songs feel like letters, right?
Yeah.
Who was Give My Love written to?
Give My Love is really a spiritual song. If you listen to the lyrics of Give My Love, it is not me talking you can be taken in the romantic sense, but it's God talking to you. You know, he's saying, no promises are broken. In the river of dreams, one by one, let that soak in. Now just get down to the moment comes. Oh. You don't know you. You don't even know you. You don't even know what I have planned for you. Trust and breathe and believe. You know what I'm saying?
That's so good.
Right.
That's so good.
So it's really a love letter of God, from God to us. It's not necessarily me being, you know, but it can be taken that way. Yeah.
I love
That's the song I prayed before I wrote that song.
Really?
Yeah. I prayed because I wanted it to not take 3 months to write.
There's that.
You know, so it's really a love letter, you know, from God to us.
And that comes out
on July 25th.
July 25th.
Yeah.
New music from Kim.
Yeah.
All right. A reminder of love and spirituality.
Yeah.
I'm here for that, Kim.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing about your music is always these quick reminders.
Yeah. That's all this is about.
Yeah.
You know, we're all on it's really a spiritual journey.
For
you
sure.
know, and love is, you know, what we need most right now in these sacred days that we're living in right now.
You see what's happening around the world.
Yeah.
You know, when there's chaos around you got to find that inner peace. So, and music can do that for you. And I digress, but, you know, when you were talking about, you know, when you were younger and writing those songs that, you know, I can't live without you, I think we've all experienced that. And I think that those emotions are valid, right?
Yeah, I made a lot of money on those records, right?
Yeah.
Because we can all identify with that, right?
And some of us are afraid to be honest about those emotions because it might be so intense we feel like, oh, we shouldn't be feeling this way. So I've learned to really appreciate songs in all the emotions.
Yes.
You know, anger and rage and sadness, depression. And so where do you find your motivation for these songs?
You know, I'm a song. The songwriting is a gift that keeps on giving. You know, and my job is just to show up at the keyboard, and they're given to me.
Wow.
You know, they're given to me. Yeah.
Yeah. And you've written for a lot of people. You've done songs with a lot of legends. You know, is there a song that you wrote for someone that you wanted to keep for yourself?
There is. Well, there's one with Ron Isley. My favorite thing. That was my song that I gave to him. Another one of my songs. I actually wrote Nobody for Johnny Gill.
Really?
Yeah, and he wasn't ready to. So I wrote the song and I sent it to him, and I was asking him, when are you releasing? He was like, well, I don't. He was in transition. He wasn't ready to release. I'm like, well, I gotta keep this one because I need this record. Yeah.
I mean, everything happens as it should.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see if I can hear it now. That would definitely be totally different. I think.
Yeah.
But
But
it did what it needed to do.
Johnny's a legend.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
And you are as well.
Yeah, thank you.
So giving you your flowers where it's due. And you're going to be in the Tri-State at the NJ Pack. So we are looking forward to that. That's going to be July 18th.
Yes.
And his birthday is going to be a couple of days later.
Yeah.
So y'all know what to do. Show him some love, I'm sure that people do people still do like weird stuff like throwing panties on the stage and things like that?
I haven't had the experience of having underwear thrown on the stage.
Really?
No, I haven't.
You're very sophisticated when you sing, though. Like
Yeah.
it's romantic.
Yeah.
And I would imagine that maybe women are like intimidated or scared to do that because they feel like it's not classy.
I don't have any judgment I don't have any judgment on anybody. But
So if you're
know.
feeling, what he's saying is,
what? Yeah, please don't throw your drawers on my stage.
I mean, but like, fans do some interesting things.
Yeah, don't throw your drawers on my stage, please.
Have you ever had a weird fan moment?
I've had.
I'm sure you had several, but one that's like.
No, I think the strangest thing that happened to me was a lady at, I think we were at Ram's Head. This was years ago. We were at Ram's Head, and the lady brought me a pot of chitlins. She brought the band a pot of, look at the camera, cause look.
What?
She brought a pot of chitlins to the show. That's love right there, boy.
The way to a man's heart is through his stomach, and so they chitlins. So she
chitlins
had
to the
it
show.
stinking up the whole front row.
Yeah, it was like that.
How'd she get past security with?
Well, she brought him back. She brought him backstage.
Did you eat them?
Yeah, no, no, you can't eat everybody's chitlins.
Oh my God. This is.
But that's love, though. But we received it graciously, because that's love.
Oh, that is love.
There you go. That's a nice place to know.
I mean, we could just wrap there with chitlins.
That was a nice segue.
That's a nice segue.
Look at the camera guys get their composure back. Look.
So we know when the single is coming out.
Yes.
When can we expect like a full project, or are you going to release more?
26. Yeah, there will be a follow-up single, "Rock with Me," which is, a straight up Kim ballad in the vein of "Can't Stop Loving You," "Love Calls," "Share My Life." It's one of this. It's a cuddle season record, and so we're following up with that, and then we'll do an album in 26.
We're looking forward to that.
Yeah,
and I love when you do that. How do you feel when people walk down the aisle to your music?
One of the many rewards of doing this is that the music has become the soundtrack to people's lives, to their special moments, to walking down the aisle, or even just cleaning the house. Or I met a woman years ago who was getting chemotherapy, listening to, the Kemistry album. So it's an honor. And my wife, I sang my wife down to share my life. So I'm not mad at it. Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
beautiful. Well, listen, we are looking forward to the projects, to the new single. Is there anything else that your fans can expect from you?
Just hopefully what you consider to be great music. We're gonna keep it pushing.
And maybe a men's line or something, because if this is how you
Now
dress,
people say that, you know what I'm saying? But I'm,
they'll buy it, honey.
Okay.
This is clean cut. Okay.
All right. All right.
All right. All right. Well, thank y'all so much for watching. Thank you. Congratulations on all your success and everything that you contribute to the R&B industry. And next time I'll see you, I have some chitlins for you.
Yeah.
It's Kim with WBLS.
Thank you.